says President Trump knew all about and approved the plan to pressure Ukraine's president to announce a Joe Biden investigation or lose American support.
It wasn't just military aid, it was all aid. Basically, the relationships would be sour, that we would stop giving him any kind of aid.
He tells MSNBC he personally got that message to Ukraine's president-elect. Parnas is charged with violating campaign finance laws, and President Trump's spokeswoman Stephanie Grisham says he's just trying to reduce his exposure to federal prison. She says about Democrats' demands for more witnesses and documents at the president's impeachment trial in the Senate.
They want what they didn't do in the House, which is, it's fantastical to think about.
The now delivered articles of impeachment will be read in the Senate today. Then Chief Justice John Roberts is sworn in to preside over the trial. He'll then swear in senators as jurors. America's listening to Fox News.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay, make payments directly from your smartphone, and People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us on the internet to learn more at ctbi.com. That's ctbi.com.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, I'm a coroner. It can be a tough job. But you know what makes it even tougher? Seeing people senselessly die because they didn't bother to use their seatbelts, or senselessly die because they got distracted by their phone. Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down. Because by the time I see you, it's too late.
Start your new year out right. Join us at Caneyville Christian Church to worship the Lord. Sunday school begins at 10 a.m. Worship services are at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. May God bless you. Hope to see you soon.
A Hall of Fame dad. This is Roger Patterson with a Minute of Vision for Life. Hall of Fame quarterback Steve Young in the foreword Dad's Playbook says, if there were a Hall of Fame for husbands and dads, I'd make it my number one goal to get there. On the day I was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, just before I concluded my speech, I made a statement that I hope I can live up to. I said, I sincerely love my family and know that being a Hall of Fame husband and dad is what will eventually define my life. Guys, what goals do you have for your family or your legacy? Do you strive for money? Remember, you can't take it with you. Popularity? The concern of man's opinion is a trap, the scripture declares. You see, faulty fundamentals lead to faulty results. Psalm 119, verse 130 says, the unfolding of your word gives light. It gives understanding to the simple.
This has been A Minute of Vision with Pastor Roger Patterson, where we discuss faith, sports, and life with some of the most influential people in the world of sports at visionforlife.org. That's visionforlife.org.
Fox Sports Trending now.
Checking the night of basketball, a night of upsets. First in the NBA, the Magic beat the Lakers in LA 119-118. That ends the Lakers' 9-game winning streak. It's their first loss since Christmas. They're still playing without star Anthony Davis, who's out with that lower back injury. Orlando was led by Markelle Fultz, who had a triple-double, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. Pistons go into Boston, surprise the Celtics, 116-103. Trailblazers top the Rockets in Houston, 117-107. Rocket star James Harden was held to a season-low 13 points. In college basketball, it has not been unusual for top 10 teams to lose to unranked teams this season. That continued last night with two more top 10 teams going down, two unranked teams. Alabama beats number 4 Auburn 83-64. First loss of the year for the Tigers. South Carolina with a three-pointer off the glass at the buzzer beats number 10 Kentucky 81-78. I'm Eddie Garcia.
We are Fox Sports.
K105 Weather is brought to you by the 3 Grayson County locations of the Sicilian Bank.
After being spoiled with warmer temperatures, we're actually going to feel like winter today with highs in the upper 30s and the low 40s and sunshine for the afternoon. Tomorrow we start off dry, but by your Friday evening, we're watching potential for a mix. For those of you further to the north, turning to all rain Friday night. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Rumors spreading round United Texas town about the shack outside the game. You know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that whole mile on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm racing.
Welcome into In the Know for January the 16th, 2020. It's Uncle Sam Gormley filling in today for MB. We got ourselves a jam-packed show. You might be listening on K105, on Litchfield's Country Station 103.9 The Moose via the K105 or WMTL app. Joining us via Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, all of the different ways we have for you to tune in, listen, and join us on the show. Today, impeachment moves towards the Senate. We'll touch on that a little bit. A lot of bills starting to go through Frankfort. A couple of big ones starting to pass committees and going through the House as well, heading towards the Senate. A fire reported near the Hatfield Inn in Litchfield. A missing Ohio County girl. The Cats fall. Lady Cougars play tonight. And then their police are warning in Atlanta about a potentially new addictive substance. That's the tease. We're going to leave it at that. I bring in Christy and Missy, and like I say, I don't do intros. I did it once. I nailed it, and you quit while you're ahead.
Mic drop. Boom.
Yep. It was one of those things that, I mean, why do it more than once, you know?
Well, good morning, Sam.
Good morning. How are you all?
Doing okay. Okay.
You're here, right? Yeah. That's all that really matters is Mark will be back tomorrow.
He will. Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of one of those things. But before I forget, I mean, as I always say, when I get in here, I get to do my shameless plugs. Because tonight, Lady Cougars are at Hancock County. So that game starts at 7 o'clock. So our coverage on K105 begins at 6:40. And maybe we'll have a digital broadcast. But Hancock County and cell phone service, it's like, you know, the Democrats and Trump. It doesn't really go together.
They're not holding hands.
No, they don't work well together.
They're not frolicking in the park.
No, it's not Kentucky and South Carolina basketball. You know, it's not going well right now. So, so you might have a broadcast on digital productions. If not, that will be tomorrow morning, similar to what we did yesterday for the Ohio County game.
Being recorded and will just be uploaded.
Exactly.
Correct?
So you will still be able to watch it. Lady Cougars against the Lady Hornets of Hancock County, but it's just, like I said, cell phone service in Hancock County is
sketchy.
That's a good way to word
it.
And I mean, it's not their fault. I mean, it is kind of in just the middle of nowhere.
Just shoddy.
You're right in between Owensboro and Hardinsburg kind of thing, right there on the Ohio River.
Most people forget it exists.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's such a small county.
Apparently,
I think
the cell phone towers did.
I know when I moved here, that was the first football game I ever did, and I looked on our schedule and they said, "You're playing Hancock County." I was like, "What? Where?
Who?
Where?" Because I learned all my Bowling Green counties. And now I've learned all my counties around here. I mean, I obviously got my Northern Kentucky counties, and now my goal is to learn the Eastern Kentucky counties because those just all kind of run together. Or the far Western Kentucky counties. I'm learning. There's only 120 to learn.
They all say right the same way.
Oh
dear.
Well, up in Northern Kentucky,
that's right. It's true. That's right.
Yeah, I mean that is very true. Yeah. So, in a dramatic procession across the U.S. Capitol, House Democrats carried the formal articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump to the Senate late yesterday, setting the stage for only the third trial to remove a president in American history. Trump complained and said it was a hoax. Yep, nothing really new there. And I mean, we've talked about this for the past 2.5 weeks. If you don't know it.
My real question is, what music played in the background? Was it like pomp and circumstance, like dun 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 dun?
No, I think it was
dun dun dun.
No, I think they were playing. Do you know the song "X Gonna Give It to You"? Like a heavy rap song that they were kind of walking through. Do you know that?
She's the rapper.
I should know that.
She's the staff rapper.
And I'm not even sure if that's exactly. No. There's
maybe
one
on
thing.
The break?
There's one thing I can do. There are things I can do. There's things I can't do. And sing/rap goes into the can't do.
I pegged you for an M&M.
Huh?
I pegged you
for
some break.
Yeah, You might, right? And I might not even be called X gonna give it to you. It was from one of the movies. It was from one of the recent superhero movies. It was in there. It might have been in like the Ninja, because they did a Ninja Turtles live action, I think, not too long ago. It might have been in that. I'm not sure who exactly sings it, but
rap and kids musicals are not a part of my atmosphere right now.
Those are mine.
Not anymore.
Typically.
Yeah.
So Chief Justice John Roberts will preside over the trial that I believe begins today, doesn't it? At some point, I think noon. I think I was reading somewhere. It's in here. It's deep down. Yes, noon it's going to transform into an impeachment court at noon today. As Chief Justice, again, John Roberts will oversee it. And I believe that they said that witnesses will begin being called on Tuesday, not Monday, because it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
I do love the lineup of the 7 witnesses. Like, they look so sad.
We were just looking. There was another one.
They
had a picture of him up there on...
another picture.
As we were sitting here watching, they had a picture up on Fox News as we were going in.
You would think they would be happier about this, right? This is what they want?
It's a mess. There's a lot to look at, and like we said, I'm almost at the point where I'm just kind of sick of let's just vote. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Let's just done. Let's move on. More locally, obviously the session is going on in Frankfurt. Sports betting bill gained momentum by clearing a House panel, so it will now go to the House, which is expected to pass the House, and then the Senate is where anything can really happen, from what at least I read yesterday. It's sponsored by Democratic Governor Andy Beshear, who gave it a brief plug during his State of the Commonwealth speech on Tuesday evening. In a new twist, the proposal would allow wagering on college sports teams in Kentucky, a provision that was excluded from a 2019 sports betting bill that died in the legislature. It's a bipartisan bill, but the leading sponsor is Adam Koenig I think he's from Northern Kentucky, if I'm right. Some of the new revenue would go to help people with gambling addiction, but then it would also help go to the public pension system. And I think for a lot of people they're guessing that it would generate $22.5 million in a year, and that's more of a conservative prediction. But I think for a lot of people that are for this, it's saying if people want it, they're going to get it. So why not just make it easier and let the money stay in Kentucky? I think is kind of what
that's been the argument the entire time. Of course it is the argument. So, I think on the other side
Indiana's
of that
got it, Ohio's got it, West Virginia's got it, Tennessee's got it. I think Illinois might have it too. So it's pretty much almost every bordering state. So
we
people
have
can just
sports
drive
gaming here when you go to the racetrack and you bet on horses. But the conservative mindset is we will not advance anything in the state that could harm families in poverty. And gambling could potentially cause harm to people who have gambling addictions.
Yeah, and there's both sides to every argument.
I'm a purist. If you're against gambling, then you need to strip the lottery and the horse racing out. I'm a purist. It's either one or the other. So you can't have it both ways. You can't be on the side of that, but then also participate in the gambling at Churchill Downs or pick up a lottery ticket every now and then.
Because I think
I'm a purist. Pick one side and completely stay on that side of it.
If you ask people who are really for this, what they would dream is in the next X amount of years is that you would go to Rupp Arena, for example, where Kentucky plays, and you would be able to put a bet on the Kentucky game before the game starts.
That will not increase the animosity or fisticuffs that break out when people have lost a lot of money drinking alcohol, and the game didn't go their way.
Yeah,
However,
and I mean,
I go back to I'm a purist. This is where I fall on alcohol. Either it forfeits your sobriety or it doesn't. Like, don't tell me you don't want, drugs are bad, but then, hey, you support the passage of alcohol. So I'm just a purist on those things, one or the other.
After a much-criticized flurry of last-minute pardons by ex-Governor Matt Bevin, Kentucky Senate President Robert Stivers predicted Wednesday that lawmakers will try to modify the pardon process. The process has drawn intense scrutiny since Bevin, a Republican, issued hundreds of pardons between his electoral defeat last November and his final day on December the 9th. As the Manchester Republicans suggested creating a pardons commission that would review cases and make recommendations to the governor. Several of the pardons have received outrage from victims, families, prosecutors, and or lawmakers.
I'll be interested to see the FBI report when it's complete, because I feel like that we are absolutely going to see families being released for political Association.
Another proposed constitutional amendment would limit a governor's power to grant pardons or commute sentences. It would strip a governor of pardon powers for the month leading up to an election and for the time between an election and an inauguration. So that would have to be a constitutional amendment.
I don't think our governors should have pardon powers. You're not part of the judicial system. And you're saying you don't trust our judicial system.
And like they say, love or hate, I think there were 500, give or take, pardons that he made.
400.
400.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 380 of them were well deserved. I mean, there were probably a good number of them that were well deserved and so on. It's just those ones that you're like, well,
Here's my thing, Sam. It's undermining our judicial system. It's undermining our parole boards. It's undermining our probation officer. It's undermining every person that came in contact with that case. And the governor said, I read the case and I disagree with all of you all, so let them go. Set them free.
And I'm not disagreeing. I'm more just making the other point. Lawmakers are also promoting a bill to cap out-of-pocket insulin costs.
I like this.
So that's a good one. Of course, if you want to read any more about that, you can find that online. More locally, a Litchfield man has been arrested after starting a fire at the old rock quarry. Wednesday night at approximately 11:30, the Litchfield and Fire and Police Department and EMS were dispatched to the Hatfield Inn after an employee reported dense smoke in the area. Upon arriving on the scene, firefighters found thick smoke in the White Street area, including Hatfield Inn property. 5 officials initially thought that the fire originated somewhere inside the Hatfield Inn, which was evacuated by firefighters. But after searching the interior of the building and following LFD Chief Tim Duval dispatching fire personnel to search a nearby residential area but finding no evidence of a fire, it was determined that the heavy smoke was possibly coming from the old rock quarry in the 600 block of West White Oak Street. And when they arrived there, they discovered 44-year-old Brent Coates of Litchfield had been burning a large amount of copper wire. With the dense smoke drifting south, he was arrested and charged with criminal trespassing, disorderly conduct, and setting a fire without the consent of the owners, and lodged in the Grayson County Detention Center.
Brent, honey, lean in. I think when you have copper wire, it's worth money.
Right?
Don't burn it, sell it.
What is wrong with you?
It's kind of an...
Now, my second question for you is, Brent, were you sending smoke signals? Were you in trouble? And the only thing you found that would burn was your copper wiring? Was this a cry for help? And did anybody ask what your smoke signals were for?
No, I don't think anyone has asked any more
I'm just a little concerned.
Information on it.
Like, we heard this rash of burglaries over the years of people stripping copper wiring out of houses to sell them or to sell it because it was so valuable. I've just struck me odd that this morning Brent was burning the copper wiring. Or
maybe he was trying to be a good guy, and all of the copper wire that people stole, he stole it from them, and he was burning it so they couldn't sell it and get the money.
I'm going to go with probably not.
Maybe. Benefit of the doubt.
But hey.
No.
When he calls to let me know, to answer my questions, I'm sure I'll get an answer for your question.
I'm sure.
As well.
In fact, look, phone line ringing right now. I'm sure that's probably him. He's probably right on the line.
Give you an opportunity to let us know.
Ohio County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's assistance in finding a missing teenager. Ohio County Sheriff Tracy Beatty said 15-year-old Aaliyah Atkins was last seen on Sunday. She has brown hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a gray T-shirt, black leggings, and white Crocs, and she was also carrying 2 backpacks. Anyone with information can call the Ohio County Sheriff's Office, 270-298-4411, or call 911. To see a picture of her, you can go to K105.com. Fast food inspections and restaurant inspections came out as well yesterday. Again, a long list of violations. As I know, I was talking with Ken Howlett about this. This was the previous one. And he said he hates it because he has to sit there and type it all out. And he said it's just like a long list of different things. But as we were talking as well, it's a good thing that they're making some of these. And in some instances, you as a consumer, you'd rather them be very strict in knowing that when you walk into a place, it's going to be very clean and know that it's going to be safe to eat. But if you'd like to read the entire list of restaurants that were inspected, you can go to K105.com, as there's a lengthy list of some of those, and some were follow-ups from November. So if you read some of those scores and thought they were a little low, you can see that and go from there.
I have, if I'm allowed to backtrack, I have an answer for the copper wiring. There's a plastic coating on it that has to be burned off before you can sell it.
Oh.
Now, Brent didn't reach out to me. If Brent would like to reach out to let me know why he was burning it off,
well,
I'm still happy to hear that. But I appreciate, John, the information.
Yeah, that's interesting. I honestly had no idea on that. Good to know. So I guess that throws out
I don't handle copper wiring on a daily basis. Or
I was trying to think
really.
he might be a good guy. Maybe he had no. That,
well, I mean, there's still hope.
I
We
guess
still have
there's
a reason why he was burning it. We just know that he was
I
burning
guess
it.
that's still. College credentials are still a good value for Kentuckians, according to a new report issued by the State Council on Post-Secondary Education. Also, state allocations for public higher education more than make up for their costs, the report says. This report should dispel any myths about the value of a college credential. The president, Aaron Thompson, said in a news release yesterday, the report was based on information gathered from following the Kentucky high school class of 2010 for 8 years from their entry into college or the workforce. It is titled Higher Education's Return on Investment. Kentucky leaders are encouraging people to join the fight against hunger. Governor Andy Beshear joined lawmakers, advocates, and others Wednesday at a Capitol rally to bring awareness to the problem and to gain support for solutions, according to a statement from Feeding Kentucky. The organization hosted the rally as part of its Hunger-Free Kentucky Day. I know he was there with Agriculture Commissioner Ryan Quarles, who urged residents to donate part of their state income tax return to the Farm to Food Banks Trust Fund, which connects food banks with produce from farmers. 1 in 7 Kentucky residents is food insecure, Quarles said, which means they don't have consistent access to enough food for a healthy, active lifestyle. So it's good to see obviously hunger is not a partisan issue.
No.
It's good to see that.
Our neighbor Debbie Childress was there yesterday. Good to see the photography. She, of course, is a voice here in Grayson County on our behalf in Frankfort. But I can tell you that Grayson County is now serving approximately 800 families a month. And when I started working with Debbie through Shop Local Litchfield to get the information out, she was at like 650, 670. I don't know if there's an increase because we've done a good job alerting families to that, or if we've seen an influx of food insecurity come into the county, but the numbers are up. So if you decide to give of your tax return, know that it is coming right back here in Grayson County, because we see a lot of those produce days that anybody, if we wanted to go, we could go get produce. And produce is expensive. And, I could say that probably we're all food insecure when it comes to, do you have the amount of healthy food you need in your house to sustain a nutritious diet? Over the years, Totino's Pizza for 36 cents, when my kids were little, it was much cheaper than apples or bananas that
or a $1
would go bad.
cheeseburger at McDonald's is cheaper than.
Sure.
And I'm sure, I know you have Debbie on every Monday morning on Shop Local, and it's always really interesting to listen to her on all of the different things that she does. And it's not just at the Grayson County Alliance, and I'm getting off topic. It's not just food distribution, all of the different things that they do.
They do
classes,
a lot of
money sense
educational-
classes, nutrition classes.
Yes.
If you don't know anything about it, listen on Monday mornings when you usually have her in, and you will learn more about what they do in 3 minutes than, it's amazing on the work that Debbie does over there. And I know she's usually one of our big fans too, watching with us on the morning. So usually I'm on the other side. I'm like Oz from the Wizard of Oz.
You really are. You've let me
out of the curtain.
Yeah.
So, tough night for Kentucky last night. They were up 14 points and ended up losing to South Carolina on a buzzer beater. As I know both of you were on the edge of your seat throughout the entire game on that one, weren't you? As Emmanuel quickly tied the game up, 4 seconds left, and South Carolina went down and shot pretty much a half-court shot and made it at the buzzer and won the game. So, a tough one there for the Cats. They will be on the road at Arkansas on Saturday. So obviously you'll be able to listen to that game
Armpit
on
of America.
K105. Yeah, there's nothing more exciting than being able to go to Arkansas and see that. But WKU beat Arkansas earlier this year, so maybe the Cats can beat them
Let's do it,
as well.
Kentucky.
I teased it earlier. We've got our coming up the something that police are warning of being very addictive. Is it addictive to everyone in here? We'll find out here coming up in just a moment and more here on In the Know.
Well, hey, the working man like me, I ain't never been on welfare.
At Litchfield Pediatrics, we don't just love our community, we love yours too. Serving surrounding counties from Warren to Hardin, our growing network of physicians and professionally trained staff provide the best in pediatric care. Now offering new online appointment requests, available 24/7 and can be accessed by visiting our Facebook page. Give us a call at 270-259-5641 or stop by our new facility located at 901 Wallace Avenue. Litchfield Pediatrics, providing the best in pediatric care.
If you're the average person, you only think about income taxes from January to April. But the choices you make 12 months a year have a big impact on your tax return preparation and even your refund. Making adjustments to your financial matters during tax filing season is like trying to lose weight during a routine doctor visit. The certified public accounting firm of Buckles, Travis & Hart work year-round to advise clients on important financial decisions so that during tax filing season, you're carrying a lot less stress and worry. Join the Peace of Mind team with Buckles, Travis & Hart, 270-259-5604 or GraysonCPAs.com.
When my 2 feet hit the floor in the morning, my first thought is my wife. Second thought are our children. And then I think about you, the beautiful men and women who make up our great community in Grayson County. I'm Nathan Morris with Watson & Hunt Funeral Home. You see, we have made it our life's work to care for you and yours during life's most delicate of times by offering the most incredible burial, cremation, and pre-planning services. We see to it that you experience the absolute best because that's what you deserve, genuinely. Thank you for allowing our family the sincere honor of caring for yours. Watson & Hunt Funeral Home.
It's a great time of year to enroll your kids in gymnastics classes at Twin Lakes Gymnastics. Classes are offered for all ages and all skill levels. Twin Lakes Gymnastics is also the perfect place to host your next birthday party. Rent the entire gym for 2 hours for only $125. With an in-ground trampoline and foam block pit, your child and their friends are sure to have the best birthday ever. Call Jennifer at 270-589-1444 or visit twinlakesgymnastics.com, located by the Clarkson Community Ballpark.
Down here in the South, we like good coffee that's freshly brewed, warm, fluffy biscuits, and a delicious breakfast that suits your fancy. Like a savory sausage biscuit with egg or a tasty single sausage, gravy, and biscuit from McDonald's. Now, just $2 each. Head on over to McDonald's, where breakfast is Southern inspired and Southern approved. Price and participation may vary. Available when product served. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Believing in dreams inspires the Globetrotter in all of us. Catch the one and only Harlem Globetrotters all-new Pushing the Limits World Tour with new high-flying stunts, a new record-breaking attempt, and laugh-out-loud entertainment for the whole family. See rim-rattling dunks and basketball magic as the stars of the Harlem Globetrotters take to the court to push the limits like never before in a larger-than-life performance filled with unforgettable family moments.
The Harlem Globetrotters playing 2 games in Louisville at KFC Yum Center this Saturday at 2 and 7 p.m. Visit harlemglobetrotters.com.
App Annie's annual State of the Mobile Report says consumers around the world downloaded a record 204 billion apps in 2019, and consumers spent $120 billion on apps, subscriptions, and other in-app purchases in the past year. The report says the average mobile user is spending 3.7 hours per day using apps. Android Police says as a way to cut down on alerts and notifications, the Google Play Store will no longer send a notification when an app is finished an update or has been downloaded. Career site Glassdoor says 7 of the top 50 on its annual Best Jobs in America list are in technology. Glassdoor used 3 variables for their list: earning potential, overall job satisfaction, and number of openings. Front-end engineer and its $105,000 salary claimed the top spot, followed by Java developer, data scientist, product manager, DevOps engineer, data engineer, and software engineer. The top job not in tech is a Salesforce developer at 8, and just in case you're wondering, Scrum Master came in at 11.
You see that mountain over there? Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna climb that mountain.
Today is Appreciate a Dragon Day, celebrating fictional dragons as memorable characters.
Okay, so Harry Potter, there were dragons there, right?
Mm-hmm. Puff the Magic Dragon.
Oh, okay.
You've got How to Train Your Dragon, Pete's Dragon.
Pete's Dragon, that's what I was going for.
The Game of Thrones Dragon, Smaug from The Hobbit. They said The Dragon Tattoo, too, of course. That's a book I know. I think my mom liked that one.
I've read them. Mm-hmm.
And then Dragon Tales. Now, that was probably more my... I don't know if either one of your kids were into Dragon Tales on PBS.
Yeah, they liked that for a while.
What were they? I think was one of them. It might be a little bit... Anna might be too young for that.
Maybe.
But yeah, so it's Appreciated Dragon Day. It is Fig Newton Day.
I do not like the Fig Newton.
Really?
I do not like them, Sam. I am.
It is International Hot and Spicy Food Day.
Okay. Need some heartburn medicine, but okay.
It is Prohibition Remembrance Day. It is National Without a Scalpel Day. Without a Scalpel Day. And it talks about interventional initiative that is made today that you can do surgery without scalpels, is what it's talking about.
Laparoscopic, right?
Yes. And then
You're right.
Nothing Day. Quite simply, it's a day for nothing.
But I still think with laparoscopic, you still have to make an incision.
I think.
How do you? Yeah, you do. Right?
If there's one thing I said, there's one thing I'm not a rapper. I'm not a doctor either. This is not something that
I just play one on the radio.
Yes. So I issued the warning that police are now saying that there is a new highly addictive substance. And this has been released by the Atlanta Metro Police Department, but it is very much in this area. Girl Scout cookies.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yes.
Yes, they have now released a warning saying that they have received reports that a highly addictive substance will soon be arriving in our area. These substances go by several different names: Thin Mints, Peanut Butter Patties, Thanks a Lot, the Peanut Butter Sandwich, Shortbread, and S'mores. This operation is run primarily by young girls who get you in with a good cause story, and soon you're hooked.
Yeah.
If you come into contact with any of these cookies, you can drop them off at the police department.
Yep.
Officers will be happy
Good
to
for
assist
them.
you
Good
with
for them.
proper
Yep.
disposal.
That's good of the police department.
Thought that was
That's funny.
That was funny. Well
I can
done.
tell you the addiction is real.
It is.
The Girl Scouts will be
Oh,
on
yes.
Shop Local Litchfield on Monday, the 26th or 7th this month. It's the last Monday of the month. And they're doing actually a service project this year where they're sending cookies to the military overseas. That's a local project. So mark your calendars. We're going to talk to some of the Girl Scouts and probably eat some cookies. And I'll just taste test for you all if you need me to, because I'm good like that.
Thin Mints, send them my way.
You know what's
Me
good?
too.
And
In the
I heard
freezer.
they call it a grasshopper. I
Yeah,
say
you
this
put it
every
in
year. Put
peanut butter
peanut
on it.
butter on your Thin Mint, people, and change your life.
We've got your update on. We can go to. So I guess really the past week and a half, I feel like this show has been really surrounding two big topics.
Okay.
You've got impeachment.
Yep.
And you've got Megxit, I think is what Mark has dubbed
Yep.
it. So Prince Harry apparently cut off close friends during Meghan Markle's pregnancy. Apparently there's a lot of resentment. Most no longer even have his cell phone number. They totally understand that men often drift from their friends after marriage, but there's still a lot of resentment because they had been close for so long.
Okay, so one of two things here. She has some kind of voodoo over him, or he's been really hurt and offended by his friends because of her, that he has made the choice that it is my wife and my wife first, which is right when you're married. So,
And then
I don't know which one's right. I'm just saying
His-
one of the two is happening.
his brother, Prince William, says he doesn't want any more children. That's what Kate Middleton said yesterday. So I guess
Well, they have two or three. They have Charlotte
three.
and
Willie, no.
no. Harry, no, Henry.
My grandpa would be so disappointed in me.
I know
He's
there's
British.
Charlotte.
George. Charlotte,
Charlotte.
and there's another one. I think.
Tres.
Are you looking it up?
I'm trying.
Okay. We'll get that answer for you. I think, is it safe to say that both of you all don't like bugs?
Who likes bugs?
Touche. I remember when I was in middle school, there was a girl in my class that collected bugs and everything, and would like dry them out, and and she'd study them and everything.
That's very
and,
Silence of the Lambs of her,
Yeah,
right?
So Charlotte, George, and Louis.
Louis. That's
yes,
right. That's
Louis.
the youngest.
We're sorry, Louis.
But George is the oldest, I think. I think it
Yes.
goes George, Charlotte, Louis.
Yeah, correct.
That's right. A new study says women who hate bugs are less attracted to beards.
I don't care for beards. and I don't
Scientists
like
have found
bugs.
that women who are repulsed by the idea of lice, fleas, or ticks are less likely to find beards attractive.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, because you kind of look at it and go, what's in there? What's hiding in there?
I just love that this is done by the Royal Society of Open Science Journals. So it's got to be true.
I don't mind. Like my husband will wear hair on his face in the form of a beard, but it's a very short. It's not long. It's not like that. It doesn't
Can't do it.
bother me if it's short and close to the skin.
Well, I'll tell you who's got a great beard is Duke Cougar football coach Brian Jones. I think he grows it every year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got it. it's turning into like a Santa Claus. It's impressive.
It's like a nest.
You see him. He's usually
I can't see
he's
it.
usually out
I
at
don't like
basketball
it.
games. You'll see him, but if you don't know what he looks like, and you just see a guy who looks like a football coach with a big old beard,
Yeah.
that's
I'm not
him.
mad
It's
at
impressive.
you if you have one. My husband knows I'm probably not going to kiss you as much if you keep it.
Yeah, my husband definitely knows that.
So
2019 was the second hottest year on record, as these records have been compiled since 1880 and showed that the last 5 years have been the planet's warmest, with 2016 currently topping the list by just 0.07 of a degree Fahrenheit. The years 2017, 2015, and 2018 followed closely behind in third, fourth, and fifth place. Researchers were able to conclude that the average temperature across Earth in 2019 was 1.71 degrees Fahrenheit above the 20th century average. Just thought that was kind of interesting. This past December was also the second hottest month on record, falling only behind December 2015. So I'm presuming that this is saying across the entire world. So, which is kind of interesting when you think about that. You take in that December, because obviously when it's December here, it might be 30 degrees, but in Brazil it might be 90 or something. So that's kind of an interesting.
I'm not upset about that. Like, I'm okay with warming things up in the winter months where we don't end up with ice storms again. Because we have some really frigid days. But here's the crazy thing. In the last 5 years, we've had the coldest days I've ever experienced in my life with 7-degree temperatures. Because I've had to be at the dealership working or out here. And it's like it's extreme hot or warmer in days it shouldn't be, or it's extreme cold. So it's really odd.
We had a couple of those days last year that school was canceled because of the wind chill.
Because
and
it was
everything.
so cold. Yeah, it was too cold.
I know we had
So
a
it's
basketball
like-
game canceled and everything along with that as well.
Yeah, so it's like it's extremes now.
Have you been seeing all of the fires in Australia as well? And I think from what I had read, I saw yesterday on social media, so it's got to be true. It rained. It
Abraham
apparently
Lincoln
rained
probably said
yesterday.
Oh,
it
good.
rained yesterday, so
Good.
apparently that's
In
going to really
Australia.
help. Yes.
I knew it
that's
rained
what-
here,
Yes.
but I didn't know if it helped Australia. Okay, very good.
But in New York City, dozens of stuffed koalas are popping up. People are putting these on banners
yeah.
to remind people to fight for or to remember. Let's see if I can do this right. So to remember to donate.
To donate
to
to
help. So it's kind of an interesting cause there. A new survey has come out. So I'm just kind of flying through these. We got a lot, but there's a lot of really interesting things to go to, and I'm gonna leave this up to you all. What is the best country in the world to raise a child? This is a new study. Which one won?
You know, the Asian kids are so much smarter, but I don't know that they're enjoying their childhood.
Right.
American kids are
32nd.
We're
I'll say that.
Yeah.
32nd is America.
Yeah. I mean, did you say brat?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all spoiled rotten in America. We really are. Let's go
Canada.
Fourth.
Okay. It's going to be like Bulgaria or something weird.
I don't have not Bulgaria. You're in the
Germany, Switzerland, France, those European countries.
So here's the top 10. We'll go from 10 to 1.
Okay.
We'll do the countdown. Austria is 10th. Australia is 9th. New Zealand, Switzerland, Finland, the Netherlands. Canada is in 4th. And your top 3, Norway
That's what I was
is
trying to think
3rd.
of.
Sweden is 2nd, and Denmark is 1st.
Okay.
So kind of that Scandinavian area is your top 3.
Childhood or education? What did you say?
This is the
Just
best
childhood.
country to raise your
Raise your
children.
child. Oh, so the climate of the country, the culture of the country.
And the reason behind it is what they say is that these countries tend to have generous paternal leave and maternal leave, offer free preschool, and have good overall public education systems. Just thought that was kind of interesting.
You're seeing a move in our larger companies in America get on board with offering the fathers the opportunity to have maternity leave instead of yearly vacation time, and some of those things. They're offering nurse practitioners on campuses now. They're moving into that. I think they're learning from some of those things as OD practitioners are coming in and saying this would work best. So I know some of the companies that I researched in school are moving towards that.
We had our friends at McDonald's here on Monday, and obviously there's not much better than fresh McDonald's French fries, and I know that they're having more of their giveaways today there, and I'm trying to remember.
iPad today?
It's either an iPad or an Apple Watch. It's something good today. I remember when I listened, I was like, "What?
Got to get there
I
Thursday.
might need to be making a trip to the old McDonald's.
We're hungry.
But they're French fries. You can't beat them.
No, they're the best.
There is an Idaho restaurant that is coming up with a new seasoning for your French fries.
Ooh.
So they've got Cajun salt, They've got Szechuan pepper salt. They have got za'atar salt. I don't know what that is. Togarashi salt. You want to know their secret ingredient in all of those?
Salt?
Secret ingredient. So it's got to be secret.
Lowry's?
Cricket.
What?
Cricket.
The bug
Yeah.
or the machine?
They're adding gourmet cricket-based seasonings to its salt lineup.
Thank you.
So this isn't a McDonald's restaurant. This
No,
is
this
just
is
a company.
the Boise Fry Company.
Okay.
So this is just in Idaho, an Idaho restaurant.
Idaho, don't be weird.
So it's a no? No,
Oh,
you would
absolutely not.
No,
I would have tried it
absolutely
in a
not.
heartbeat had you not told me what was in it. Ignorance is bliss.
Oh, it is.
Yay.
And then I have to end on this right now here to end this segment. A police department in Texas has come through after a string of bizarre crimes have led police to make an amazing discovery. Cheese slices leave behind perfect fingerprints. In the Dallas suburb of Carrollton, someone has been covering cars in slices of cheese. Police were stumped until they tried dusting the cheese for fingerprints. On January the 6th, the department tweeted, "Today we learned two things. One, covering cars in cheese slices, apparently the new trend in criminal mischief. And two, cheese slices produce great fingerprints." The tweet also included a photo of a cheese slice that had been dusted for fingerprints, revealing multiple prints. No word on if they have led
Who's
to an
abusing
arrest.
cheese like that? You should go to jail for the cheese abuse.
That's a lot of
not
slices.
for
You're just
covering
having
the
some fun.
car.
Let's just decide we're going to put the cheese.
You cover
on
my
the
car in cheese, I exalt you as a hero.
Is it American?
Thank
Cheddar?
you.
We don't know.
Thank you for the cheese.
Your chances to win by the water cooler question is coming up next here on In the Know.
Knocking people on the floor. Big fat woman in a disco.
It's country and old-time rock and roll this Saturday night at the Lincoln Jamboree in Hodgenville. The star-studded first half will feature the best in country music, spotlighting Christy Miller, Ben Devers, and Jeremy Puckett. The second half will get highly energetic for the rock and roll, honky-tonkin', piano-pumping Terry Lee Ridley from London, England. Remember, after this Saturday, the Jamboree will be taking a 3-week winter vacation and will be closed until February 15th. So come out this week and see Rockin' Terry Lee do a Vegas-style act where he'll even play the piano with his feet and chin. Plus, country music from Christy Miller, Ben Devers, and Jeremy Puckett. For reservations, call 270-358-3545. That's 270-358-3545. Or purchase tickets at the door before the show. Please pick up or purchase tickets by 6:30 because showtime is 7:30 Saturday night at Joel Ray Sproul's Lincoln Jamboree in historic Hodgenville. Wow, what a show!
That boy of mine, he sure does take after me. I love football, he loves football. I put ketchup on my eggs, he puts ketchup on his. I didn't wear my seatbelt, neither did he. So nothing's gonna be the same ever again. So please, show your kids what a good driver does. Buckle up and put your phone down.
Chris Stapleton's Concert for Kentucky, an Outlaw State of Kind benefit, April 25th. The first concert ever at Kroger Field. Chris Stapleton with special guests
On the road again.
Willie Nelson and family,
Just can't wait to get on the road
Sheryl
again.
Crow, and Yola. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com.
Now it's easier than ever to save big on a great night's sleep. During the free and easy sale at Sleep Outfitters, get a free box spring with any Stearns & Foster or Sealy Innerspring mattress priced at $499 and up to a $300 value, yours free. You'll also get a free sleep bundle with your Stearns & Foster or Tempur-Pedic mattress, up to a $300 value free. Plus, take 50% off a Sealy Reflection 4 adjustable base while they last. Only at the free and easy sale at Sleep Outfitters.
Satter College consistently delivers on its earned reputation as Kentucky's best school and among the top educational values in the nation. With 97% of Satter graduates employed or in advanced study within a year of earning their diploma, Center students soon realize the value of their 4-year degree, taking on the world with a global perspective, career-ready preparation, and the potential for extraordinary success. It's their guarantee to each student, backed by the Satter commitment. Visit satter.edu to learn more.
Hey, for visiting teams, the trip to the home court of the Big Blue usually ends in disaster. But for every disaster that happens off the court or field, call on the fire, water, cleanup, and restoration specialists at 1-800-SERVPRO, SERVPRO.com. That's where you'll find the team that's faster to any size disaster, thanks to 27 locations across Kentucky. So when fire or water threatens your home or business, call on the Big Green Vans at 1-800-SERVPRO. Go Big Blue, 1-800-SERVPRO. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather. Clouds decrease through the morning, leaving us with much more sunshine for the second half of our day. Expect highs only in the upper 30s and the low 40s for this afternoon. Tonight, we keep skies partly cloudy as we tumble down into the 20s. Tomorrow, a cloudy start with rain coming in late. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
'Cause when the loving starts and the lights go down, there's not another living soul around. You woo me until the sun comes up and you say that you'll love me. 'Cause when the loving starts and the lights go down, there's not another living soul around.
Did you know that in 2007, Canada issued a $1 million coin? It weighed 220 pounds and was made of solid gold. Did you know in 2007, Canada issued a $1 million coin? It weighed 220 pounds and was made of solid gold.
Issued it to whom?
That I don't know. That I don't have
Right?
the answer for.
Like-
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's...
Is it? Do they have a Fort Knox in Canada? Is it there? Is it in a museum? Is it just like Chuck on the corner has it?
It might be in a museum, but I mean, it's $1 million coin.
Where's
And I
the
don't
coin,
know who
people?
who
You gotta have a
decided
wagon to pull that around.
Who made the decision that, you know what, we are going to we're going to make this, and you know what, let's do $1 million coin.
Yeah,
you know,
there was
we're
a
gonna
purpose.
make it-
I mean, there was a
too-
marketing
yeah.
ploy behind it for something.
There is some
but-
reason for it.
Well, that outshines my penny.
Here's today's water cooler question. It is your chance to win either tickets to four
Tickets to Harlem Globetrotters on Saturday. 4 tickets to Monster Jam on Sunday. Your choice today.
Yes, you get one or the other. So I know that we've given away some Globetrotters this week. I know last week we gave away a lot of Monster Jam. So you get your choice between those 2 tickets. If you can be the smartest person around the water cooler today. Here is today's question. Let's see if I can get our logo pulled up there. According to research, about half of school children have at least one of these. What is it? According to research, at least half of school children have at least one of these. What is it? 270-259-6000. 270-259-6000. That is the phone number to call. You must not have won in the past 30 days, and you must be 18 years or older to win. Again, the question is, according to research, about half of school children have at least one of these. It'll be your chance, either 4 tickets to Monster Jam on Sunday or 4 tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters on Saturday. You get your choice between those two. Half of school children have at least one of these. What is it? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's father, Rocky Johnson, passed away yesterday at the age of 75. As WWE is saddened to learn that Rocky Soulman Johnson, WWE Hall of Famer and former World Tag Team Champion and father of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, has passed away at the age of 75. So he was a big wrestler, and of course, obviously, you know, people more of my age and a little older than that know him as, you know, The Rock's dad. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2020 will consist of the Doobie Brothers, T-Rex, 9 Inch Nails, Depeche Mode, Whitney Houston, and the Notorious B.I.G.
I'm a fan. I like it when you call me Big Papa.
I just
hands in the
find it
air.
interesting that,
Right.
I mean, nothing against the Notorious B.I.G., but he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I know it's really more of
Yeah,
a
it's a little
music Hall of
strange,
Fame.
but I think they need to say that, like Biggie and Whitney Houston aren't rock and roll. I had somebody I heard earlier say, "Can you tell me how Whitney Houston got in there?" I don't know where I heard that, but anyway, yeah, it needs to be like Whitesnake, like that's rock and roll, right?
Doobie Brothers.
Leonard
Doobie
Skinner.
Brothers is rock and roll.
Right.
9 Inch Nails, Depeche Mode, that all counts.
Love both of those.
T-Rex. So
Not familiar.
You'd probably recognize.
Like Barney. I mean, Barney.
No,
Barney
no.
sings and he has
I
a
don't know,
T-Rex.
is he a T-Rex or is he just a purple dinosaur? I don't
He's
know.
a
that
T-Rex. Look how little his arms are. I am Barney.
Yeah, but he has more of a rounded face. Don't T-Rexes have more of a?
No, he has the squared off jaw. He's a
I don't know.
T-Rex. He
I
is a
don't know.
T-Rex.
Again, the question though is the water cooler is, according to research, about 50% of school children have at least one of these. Barry is going to get the first shot at it. Good morning, Barry.
Yeah, computer?
Computer. He's jumping right into it. And
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
Barry, that is incorrect. Try again. Let's go to Jeremy. Jeremy, half of school children have at least one of these. What is it?
Hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer. That's a good
yeah,
guess.
that's a
That's a
good one.
good guess. I know I had one of those in my backpack, but that's not what we're looking for.
Did you
Try
have a
again.
good mom?
Yes. It was one of those that
Cautious
I wanted it because it attached to the back of the backpack. So it
Oh,
looked-
just so cool.
Yeah,
Like I
mean-
need accoutrements on my.
And I think I don't.
I need swag on my backpack when I'm in second grade.
What more? Yeah, it was probably about second grade for that. Sandra, half of school children have at least one of these. What is it?
Lunchbox.
A lunchbox.
Lunch pail.
Good
lunch
guess,
pail.
but that's not. Oh, that went a little high. Sorry, Sandra, that's not what we're looking for. You can try again though.
That's hot.
270-259-6000. Yeah.
Got a
That
real
one
hot
came a
mic
little-
here.
Yeah, I know.
Got
It's
a hot
coming
mic.
through. According to research, 50% of school children have at least one of these. Let's see. Do you all have any guesses you want to show me? Let's see if
I do.
anyone of you
Actually,
got it.
Lunchbox was my second. So
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Nope, neither one of you have it.
my first
yeah,
one's
right now.
funny.
Yeah, I mean it's.
I think all.
I think it's more likely
you're-
than 50%.
You're kind of
in that wheelhouse. Oh.
kind of, but not really. When you hear the answer, you'll see how it's
Okay.
kind of.
All right.
Barry, you wanted a second chance at it? Or 50% of school children have at least one of these. What is it?
Backpack.
A backpack. That is
Backpack.
incorrect. Try again.
Is it Dora the Explorer?
Absolutely.
That is Dora the Explorer. Philip, 50% of school children have at least one of these. What is it? Hello, Philip.
Laptop.
A laptop. That is a good guess. It's probably a good age, but that's not what we're looking for. Try again. Yeah. Let's see. Did you think of something else maybe or no?
Not yet.
Do I need to give it?
Yeah.
Here
give me a hint.
we'll go. That's a good guess. That second one. That's not the correct answer. But
Well, that doesn't win me tickets.
Jeremy, 50% of school children have at least one of these. What is it?
Eraser.
An eraser.
Ah.
That is incorrect. Try again. It is not a school supply. We'll
Okay.
say that.
No
It is
school
not school
supplies.
supplies. In fact, it theoretically could be, I mean, the percentage would possibly change, but any age group could technically have this. So it's not just necessarily straight towards school children.
School
but
children could
school
be
children
kindergarten
is
to
this.
seniors.
No, that is not correct. I guess you could say it's more of a hygiene thing. If we're in it, nope, that is not what we're looking for. But that's probably a good guess as well. Barry,
Hygiene thing.
half of school children have at least one of these. What is it?
Credit card.
A credit card. That is incorrect. It's
not a
Try
hygiene item.
again. Yeah, it's a hygiene. I mean, it's not a hygiene item. It's something about hygiene. So it's not like toothpaste or deodorant or something like that. It is something more, a specific thing. Chris, half of children have at least one of these. What is it?
Deodorant.
Can you say that again?
Say it again.
Deodorant.
Deodorant. That is not what we're looking for.
I'm gonna go with that's a
Try
school supply.
Again. Yes. Again, this is more of a specific thing. And, yeah.
See if so I added to her first answer. Is it this?
No.
Oh man.
Rats?
it is
Because
not.
that's funny.
You're
Right.
in the
vicinity?
vicinity, I
Oh,
guess.
oh.
Oh, does she think she's got it now? No.
Let me see what you said.
That is incorrect. Mary,
Oh.
half of school children have this. What is it? Hello, Mary.
Pack of Kleenexes.
Pack of Kleenexes. That is incorrect. Sorry about that, Mary. You can call back in as we can go to Philip. Philip, half of school children have one of these. Philip.
Is it a body spray?
It is a body. No, it is not a body spray.
Lord God,
Try
please don't let
again.
kids take body spray.
There we'll go. You can.
Do I have it?
No.
Oh.
You're going down in the right direction, though. There's a personal hygiene product that you should use to. No. It shouldn't be 2 words. No, it is not a. It is not a product. It is something that.
Do I have it?
You're close. That's the closest we've gotten. Barry, half of school children have at least one of these.
Dental floss?
Dental floss. You are really close, but that is incorrect. Not what we're looking for. It is not a product. It is more of a thing. Bob,
Okay, here. I think I got it.
half of school children have at least this.
Pair of glasses.
Pair of glasses. That is incorrect. Try again. We'll go to Allison. Allison, half of school children have at least one of these.
A cavity.
A cavity. That is correct. It is a cavity. Congratulations, Allison.
Shoot.
We were getting there. I knew that we could find it, but
That was
congrats,
like
Allison.
labor, right?
Allison, would you like 4 tickets to Monster Jam on Sunday or 4 tickets to the Harlem Globetrotters on Saturday?
Monster Jam.
Monster Jam. Okay, we'll put you on hold and get some more information from you. Congratulations. A cavity. So you all were kind of close.
yeah,
It
but-
was a booger was kind of
About right.
close, but
Yeah.
not really. But yeah. So congratulations
That's
to
a
her.
lot of cavity.
Half of school children have at least one of these. It is a
I
cavity.
need a nap after that game.
Yeah. But I felt like we were so close.
Killing
It's
me,
like because I was
Smalls.
saying that it's not a toothbrush, but it's like it's really close. And then you said a loose tooth. I was like,
Just so there.
he said dental floss. I was like, you're getting there. You're real close.
I held my breath too many times.
Close is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades, right?
Amen.
That's right. Well, we got to get to a break. We'll have your chart toppers, Pearl of Wisdom, more, all of that coming up here in just a moment here on In the Know.
Protect your teenager's sexual purity? Well, you're not alone. Hi, this is Jim Daly with Focus on the Family. Parents everywhere feel like it's an impossible task to encourage their teens to save sex for marriage. I can assure you it's not, but you do need to think ahead and have a plan. To begin with, understand that your relationship with your children is the key to influencing their opinions about sex. They'll probably still squirm a little with the topic, but staying connected will make it easier for them to talk with you. And consider this. Research shows that when parents communicate their expectations for purity, teens are less likely to engage in premarital sex. So get the dialogue going. On a practical level, talk with them about what to expect during their dating years. Describe different scenarios. Help them see that while they're younger, relationships are best when they're public. In other words, encourage your teen not to date solo. Suggest they hang out with groups of friends instead, and limit the amount of time they spend alone with their boyfriend or girlfriend. It's just one way they can avoid dangerous temptations before they're confronted with them. One last point. If your children are well into their teens and you haven't taken steps to help them avoid premarital sex, don't lose heart. It's never too late to establish healthy boundaries. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
Down here in the South, we like good coffee that's freshly brewed, warm, fluffy biscuits, and a delicious breakfast that suits your fancy. Like a savory sausage biscuit with egg, or a tasty single sausage, gravy, and biscuit from McDonald's. Now, just $2 each. Head on over to McDonald's, where breakfast is Southern inspired and Southern approved.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Price and participation may vary. Available when product served. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Believing in dreams inspires the Globetrotter in all of us. Catch the one and only Harlem Globetrotters all-new Pushing the Limits World Tour with new high-flying stunts, a new record-breaking attempt, and laugh-out-loud entertainment for the whole family. See rim-rattling dunks and basketball magic as the stars of the Harlem Globetrotters take to the court to push the limits like never before in a larger-than-life performance filled with unforgettable family moments.
The Harlem Globetrotters playing 2 games in Louisville at KFC Yum Center this Saturday at 2 and 7 p.m. Visit harlemglobetrotters.com.
As a child, I can remember always being excited about going to Community Trust Bank with my parents because I knew I was going to get a treat. It's funny, now that I'm married, have 2 kids, and just bought a new home, when it came time for a new home loan, I went to Community Trust Bank. I trust them and knew they'd be there for me and my family, just like they were there for Mom and Dad. And now with 79 locations, there's no reason to go anywhere else but Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Moms will do anything to keep their kids safe. That's why every time we get in the car, even if it's just to the corner grocery, we play the seatbelt game. Whoever fastens her seatbelt first wins. Usually it's Sarah. I call her the fastest click in Kentucky. Her big brother may get his pride bruised, but at least I know we're all safe. Be safe, Kentucky. Buckle up and put the phone down.
Now it's easier than ever to save big on a great night's sleep. During the free and easy sale at Sleep Outfitters, get a free box spring with any Stearns & Foster or Sealy innerspring mattress priced at $4.99 and up to a $300 value, yours free. You'll also get a free sleep bundle with your Stearns & Foster or Tempur-Pedic mattress, up to a $300 value free. Plus, take 50% off a Sealy Reflection 4 adjustable base while they last. Only at the free and easy sale at Sleep Outfitters.
My points to ponder for today. If there is a thing called real estate, I was thinking about this on Friday when I was hosting with Pat Willis, our friend over at Farm and Home. If there's a thing called real estate, is there also something then called fake estate?
Oh, that's true. Yes.
You know, I was pondering that while I was on air with him.
It was when we were all playing Farm. What was the farm game on Facebook?
Farmville?
Farmville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Farmville is our fake estate.
I was more of a Cityville.
Yeah.
I
then
played that one
my kids got into
Like
Sims.
Yeah. It wasn't Sims, but it was like you could build cities, and it was the same thing as Farmville, but it was just you were doing it in cities. And then ESPN came out one that you could build a college campus.
Oh yeah.
And build like a football stadium,
Cool.
and and
I'm
me
more
being
of a Smurf and Disney person.
Yeah.
So fake estate.
It's kind of fun.
Mine's Pinterest, where all of my dream houses live.
On TV tonight, Supernatural, other one, Return season 15, Legacies season 2, and then The Last Days of Richard Pryor, the comic's complicated childhood career and groundbreaking work that showcased the world of Black America through the lens of stand-up interviews and his widow, Jennifer Pryor, and comics and actors who worked with him. That'll be on ABC tonight.
Be interesting to
Sounds
see.
kind of interesting. Today's highlight in history for today is Dizzy Day, as former baseball player J. Hannah Dean was born, as he had some issues with his health that forced him to be dizzy at all times, and he played baseball, so he got the nickname Dizzy Dean, and he was a great pitcher. So, and he played in the Army and everything. It's kind of an interesting story there. Other history to bring you. On this date, 1920, the 18th Amendment took effect, prohibiting the sale of alcoholic beverages in America. In 1921, the motion picture The Kid opened, starring Charlie Chaplin. On this date in 1961, Mickey Mantle signed a contract which made him the highest baseball player in the American League for $75,000 for the season. Now players are making like $75,000 a game.
Tell me the year again.
1961.
Wow. Yeah.
In this date, 1964, Hello, Dolly opened at the St. James
Hello,
Theater
Dolly.
in New York City. On this date, 1984, Michael Jackson had a big night. He received 8 awards at the AMAs. On this date in 2001, Dave Winfield and Kirby Puckett were elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. On this date in 2005, The Aviator won Best Movie Drama, and Leonardo DiCaprio won Best Actor, and Hilary Swank won Best Actress for $1 Million Baby. this date in 2009, movies opened. If you had kids around this time, you probably know these. Hotel for Dogs, which was with Don Cheadle, Emma Roberts, and then Paul Blart Mall Cop, the first one.
Know those.
Which, if my mom's watching, she is screaming because she hates that movie with
Oh,
a passion.
really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Both my parents always hated when we watched it. They just said it was the worst movie ever made. So obviously, whenever we got to choose the movie, that was the one we went to.
I love him as an actor. So.
Kevin James, yeah,
yes.
he's really funny. On this
Big
date,
fan.
2009, Circuit City announced that it had failed to find a buyer and would liquidate 567 of its stores. This date in 2011, The Social Network won Best Picture. On this date in 2016, Barack Obama declared a state of emergency in Michigan due to the Flint water. And on this date 2 years ago, the Mormon Church appointed 93-year-old Russell Nelson to become its new president. Birthdays for today: AJ Foyt, racing car driver, is 85. Ronnie Millsap is 77. John Carpenter from WKU's own, who directed the Halloween movies, I think, and so on. A lot of movies. A very famous director, is 72. The pride of Western Kentucky University, boxer Roy Jones Jr. is 51. Kate Moss, supermodel, is 45. Lin-Manuel Miranda, who I don't know if that name rings a bell, but he is the creator of Hamilton. He turns 40 today. Albert Pujols, baseball player, turns 40 as well. And player Joe Flacco for the Denver Broncos turns 35. How about some chart toppers? This is a day that I'm actually really excited for. Oh, wow, and I barely even have any time to play one. We have flown through the show here as well. So I got...
You can run over just a little.
I guess we'll just do real quick.
All right.
Maybe. And now is it not even going to work for me here? Okay, there we go. 1955.
This is your pick?
That was 1955.
Okay.
We're going to just hit a couple of them here.
All right.
See what we can do.
Oh, it's like.
Yeah,
What
we're gonna do like
everybody's heard about the
1964 Surfing Bird.
I like the way you operate. You just kind of. It's like.
Let's blow through.
That one's
Yeah.
not loading, so that one's not going to happen. Are they not loading at all?
Yeah, just like throwing rocks at it,
Yeah,
right?
well,
like
oh.
don't even need to know if it lands.
Let's see if we can't just
Launch
just end
another
on
one.
this one here.
Okay.
Because maybe not. It's not even going to load, so I think we're not even going to get the chance to do that.
Okay.
But it was
All
on this date in 1973, Superstition by Stevie Wonder. On this date in 1982, Centerfold by the J. Giles Band. On this date in 2000, Breathe by Faith Hill. On this date in 2009, Just Dance by Lady Gaga. And on this date 1 year ago today, Post Malone was #1 with Rockstar. Maybe. Is this even going to play for me? Okay. There's Stevie Wonder to carry us out for the day. My pearl of wisdom: friendship is born at the moment when one person says to one another, "What, you too? I thought I was the only one." Friendship is born at the moment when one person says to another, "What, you too? I thought I was the only one." That is my pearl of wisdom for today. I appreciate you all both helping me out. I think it should all be back to normal tomorrow. So yeah, we're excited about that. So this has been In the Know for the 16th of January, 2020. So we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with another edition of the show. So for Misty Thomas and for Christy, I'm Uncle Sam Gormley, and now you are in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA. 104.9 FM, the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105, your new